A quick FYI for those of you tuning in early. We are 6 minutes away from the opening serve of tonight's game, or matches, as the case may be, between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Mitchell Tigers to start things off. And then in the second match of the evening, it will be the Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. So that'll be the second one. The first one here as we get ready, 6 minutes away from the Mustangs and the hometown Mitchell Tigers. Glad to have you along with us. We'll go back to the mute for just a little bit as we get ready for volleyball action here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Oh, we are back and just about ready to go here, folks. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. 1 minute and 20 seconds left before the opening serve of this afternoon's first match between the Mustangs and the Tigers of Mitchell. Let's take a quick look at those starting lineups. First, for the Mitchell Tigers, they come in with a season record, an outstanding 22 wins and 4 losses. Starters this evening, number 1, Annabelle Gillen. Number 2 is Jory Peters. Number 4, Victoria Schwartz. Number 5, Bethany Sturkle. Number 6 is Olivia Armstrong. Number 14, Kiana Wilfred. And the libero, number 17, Adeline Hobbs. For the Mustangs this evening, it will be number 1, Jayla Bramer. Number 4, Callie Schultz. Number 5, Sierra Garrett. Number 6, Key Lovell. Number 7, Devin Tinsvold. Number 17, Gracie Perez. And the libero, number 16, Beth Bragg. Make a few last-minute notes here for myself as we get ready to go. The Mustangs will have their hands full here in both of these matches today, but particularly in this first one. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer. So apparently no introductions of the starting lineups here for this opening match of the triangular this afternoon. So we'll run through those one more time for you. For the Mitchell Tigers, it'll be Gillen, Peters, Schwartz, Sturkle, Armstrong, Wilfred, and Hobbs. And for the Mustangs, Bramer, Schultz, Garrett, Lovell, Tinsvold, Perez, and Bragg. Mitchell at 22-4, the Mustangs at 9-19. Mitchell's only lost to 3 teams this season. They lost to the Sydney Red Raiders, they lost twice to the Alliance Bulldogs, and they lost once to the Gearing Bulldogs. So the losses by this Mitchell squad to some fantastic and outstanding quality competition. And the Mustangs start out right off the bat with the 1-point lead. And a good way to get things rolling behind the serving of Gracie Perez. Gracie puts the second one into play. That one not handled well. And it'll be a free ball back across to the Mustangs. Perez sets it right side for Tinsvold. Wilfred is there for the dig. They'll come back to Peters on the left side. Lovell got a hand on it, but couldn't keep it in play. And we are tied at 1. Well, that serve handled by Bragg, and here's Tinsvold sending it across. They'll go left side for Peters. That one finds its way across the net. Joust at the net. Falls on the Mustangs side. And a point for the Tigers. Go back to serve number 4. This is Victoria Schwartz. Lovell with the dig this time. Across to Tinsvold from that left side, blocked by Wilfred. And they're going to say a lift on the Mustangs. It's now 3-1. Soft one by Schwartz this time. Drops that one just over the net. Well placed for the ace. Schwartz on a nice run of serves here, mixing it up short and long. Tinsvold with the free ball across. They'll set it right side this time, but that one is launched far beyond the end line by number 5, Bethany Sturkle. And the Mustangs get one back. It's 4-2. And now Callie Schultz will serve it up. Here's Wilfred from that left side. Look out. And there's a lucky return by the Mustangs. That one off of Bragg and all the way to the deep corner for the excuse me score. And the Mustangs will take it. 4-3, back within one. Not a good set this time. That one's going to go out of bounds. And the Mustangs have tied it at 4. Annabelle Gillen, number 1, is the setter for the Mitchell Tigers. Now that time she tried the back set and didn't quite get it placed where she wanted it to. Gets it there this time for Jory Peters. Mustangs trying to stay alive here, and they will. Good work defensively. Into the middle for Wilfred. Look out. And down between the block and the net. Wilfred with the kill, and it's 5-4. And now Jory Peters back to serve for the Mitchell Tigers. Peters, a fantastic athlete. Into the middle this time, and they're going to have a violation called on the Mustangs. It's now 6-4. Mitchell doesn't waste any time. They are a fast-paced, high-energy team. Devin Tinsvold goes to the deep corner. That one's going to fall harmlessly to the floor. And it's now 6-5. And the Mustangs hanging around in the early going of this first set. And this will be Jayla Bramer back to serve. They'll go to the left side this time for Gillen. And now Key Level. Nice attack that time by Level, and the Mustangs get the point. We're tied at 6. So this young Mustang squad finding some energy early on here. Peters pops that one up. Gillen with the free ball across. Perez will set it to Tinsvold from the right side. That one is touched and out of bounds, and just like that, the Mustangs are out in front, 7-6. So Old Mo wearing a blue jersey over on the left side of the court right now. Momentum firmly in the grasp of the Mustangs at this point of the match. They'll go middle for Wilfred. That's touched, but the Mustangs will recover, and they'll send the free ball back across. Peters with the set for Gillen, softly this time. Mustangs keep it alive, and they get it back across. Mustangs in survival mode here, and there's Wilfred with the near whiff. Just barely made enough contact with it to get it over the net. Finds the open spot, and we're tied at 7. This will be Bethany Sturkle now with the serve. Good serve by Sturkle. Not a good set that time by Gracie Perez. Sets it right on top of the net. And it's 8-7. And I apologize, I just realized we've got the scoreboard incorrect here. We got all kinds of stuff incorrect. My software reverted on me somewhere along the way. We'll get that fixed as we go forward. The Mustangs are playing the Mitchell Tigers, contrary to what your scoreboard says. Here's Wilfred with the soft tip. Now Level from the left side. That's a good swing by Level, out of the rafters and right back to the Mitchell Tigers. That's a break for Mitchell. Quick tip that time by Perez. Into the middle for Wilfred. Look out. Mustangs got a block on it. And the free ball back across. Mustangs playing with some energy here. Left side for Gillen. Blocked back across by the Mustangs. Playing big at the net. Wilfred, and that is a self-defense move that time by Gracie Perez, as that was headed right for Gracie's face. So we'll try to do some work here on the scoreboard as we go along and still give you a look at what's going on. That one in the net. Try and get some of this fixed as we go along here. There's a good serve this time by the Mustangs. Wilfred frees that one across. Into the middle, this is Sierra Garrett, and that one just long. We'll get everything caught up to date here as soon as we can. And that's another point for the Mustangs. We'll try and get this thing all up to date. I'm not sure exactly what happened. But I believe we are back in shape, and we'll try and get our score correct here. Mustangs are playing some inspired volleyball right at the moment. There's a couple of big blocks at the net by the Mitchell Tigers. Callie Schultz with a big swing, the touch, and the point for the Mustangs. Well, the Mustangs now have tied it at 10. Back to serve, Key Lovell. Think we got the scoreboard straight, finally. Apologize for that for you at home there. Now Peters setting it. She goes left side. This one through the Mustang block and all the way back across. Peters gonna try the right side this time. Bragg is there for the dig. They'll try the deep corner, try and take Mitchell out of their rhythm, and it's successful. Now the Mustangs trying to find some offense here. Grace Anderson with the set. That one is going to bounce back into play, and that is a huge break for the Mitchell Tigers. They've got two of those out of the rafters that have saved a ball that was otherwise going to be out of bounds, come back into the play, and they've been able to convert it. So Annabelle Gillen, number one, back to serve here. And the Mustangs trail 11-10. Here's Schultz. They'll go left side for Peters, off the top of the net, and down for the Mitchell Tiger point. It's 12-10. So Gillen back to serve again. A good dig that time by Schultz. Here's Sierra Garrett from the middle, and they're going to say it was a touch off the blocker. Garrett gets the kill. It's 12-11. And now Sierra Garrett back to serve. Good to see Sierra back in the lineup again. Missed her a week ago with a concussion. Drops this one in. Gillen with the set, and then confusion as Peters came in and collided with Schwartz. The result is a Mustang point as that one goes into the net. We're tied at 12. Here's Jory Peters. That's off the block for a Tiger point. And this is some of the very best volleyball we've seen the Mustangs play all season long. They are scrambling, fighting, and really working hard to get it done here. Into the game to serve comes Katie Cobbs, number 9, for the Mitchell Tigers. That serve received a little bit too far. Peters able to tip that one over the top of the Mustang defender. That is Jacoby Knight, who's come into the game now. And it's 14-12. Anderson with the set. Schultz has to set it softly across. They'll go into the middle this time. And Schultz will send the free ball across. Mustangs having a little trouble with timing here. That set a little bit too tight to the net. Mitchell's going to recover as Peters sends it across. Anderson pops it up and the free ball across by Jayla Bramer. They'll go right side for Peters this time, and one of the Mustangs was in the net on that block attempt, and it's now 15-12. one of the line judges sees something on the floor she doesn't like, gets it out of the way, and we're back to work here. Anderson sets this one up, and a free ball over by Bramer. Gillen sets it right side this time. Big swing, a little bit too big, beyond the end line, 15-13. And now Gracie Perez comes back in. Jacoby Knight will go to the bench. Devin Tinsvold comes in to take the place of Grace Anderson. Devin into that front row. And Devin has really come on the second half of this season. She's played some very good volleyball. They'll try the left side with Peters this time. Bragg with the tip and the free ball across. Now they'll set it to Peters. Big swing beyond the end line. No touch, they say. Point for the Mustangs. And they have clawed their way back within one, 15-14. Gracie Perez to serve it up. And they're going to say that Callie Schultz was in the net on that attempt. That pass came all the way up to the net. They're going to say she got in there, 16-14. And that is an ace served up that time by Victoria Schwartz. And she'll step back to try it again, 17-14. This has been a fast set into the middle for Bramer. Blocked there by Wilfred. Now they'll go back to Wilfred in the middle. Follows through into the net, no call. They're going to give that to the Mitchell Tigers. Makes it 18-14, and the Mustangs are going to call a timeout. Berkeley, tell us about some of our sponsors.
Check out the great selection of sale items now at Hins Clothing in Gordon. They also have a great selection of sportswear, casual wear, jeans, shoes, and much more. Come to Hins Clothing Center at 208 North Main in Gordon. Did you know Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? We represent a variety of insurance companies and sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of our clients. As an independent agent, we review many quotes and offer our clients the best policy options available. We don't work for any one insurance company, we work for you. Stop into True Value of Gordon. Our ads are a little outdated, but they have all sorts of stuff to kill bugs, and that's a plus.
And this is from personal experience from Berkeley Haig herself. If you need bug killer stuff, go to True Value in downtown Gordon.
It's a good thing to have.
It's a good thing to have. 18-14, back to work here. There's a big swing that time by Callie Schultz. Mustangs hanging around. Here's Schultz again with a big swing. Blocked by Wilfred at the net. And a Mitchell Tiger point makes it 19-14. Wilfred is every bit of 6'2" tall, and she gets way up above the net. And that imposing figure up there for the Mustang hitters to try and work around. Here's Devin Tinsvold, and another block this time by Wilfred. And another Mitchell Tiger point makes it 20-14. So Mitchell now starting to gain a little bit of separation with that 6-point lead. Deep serve this time. And Bramer sets it across. Jory Peters on the attack. Nice pass that time, but Gracie Perez had trouble getting to it. Here's Wilfred in the middle. Off the block of the Mustangs. And another Tiger point. 21-14, and Coach Campbell wants to call another timeout. Well, the Mustangs gave as good as they got through the first 3 quarters of this set, starting to fall back a little bit now.
Great Plains Communications offers fast internet speeds to keep up with the growing demands of your home or business. See what's available in your area by visiting our new forward-thinking website, www.gpcom.com. Come see the pros at Napa Auto Parts in Gordon for all of your automotive parts and service needs. They're open from 7 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 7 to 12:30 on Saturdays at the corner of 1st and Main in Gordon.
Thanks, Berkeley. Clint Anderson along with Berkeley Haig here this afternoon. Berkeley, of course, doing what she does so well behind the camera and helping us out with commercials and advertisers, and you folks that have watched us at home all season long, you know those advertisers. You probably know the ads as well as we do, but the long story short is that those folks really do make it possible for us to be here tonight. Glad that you could join us, and there is a kill by Kiana Wilfred again, making it 22-14. But just to finish up on that thought, you get an opportunity, please stop in and tell those sponsors how much you appreciate it. We've got a full slate of basketball action coming up, and we'd sure like to have them along with us, as there's a good shot to the corner by the Mustangs. But we would sure love to have those sponsors making it possible for us to bring you basketball from all over the Panhandle this winter. 22-15. Mustangs trail by 7. Callie Schultz with a good serve. Gillen with the back set. Here's Peters off the block. Touched and out of bounds. And now 23-15 for the Mitchell Tigers. A little bit of an odd camera angle for you as we're off center from where we're at here. Makes it a little bit of a challenge for Berkeley. Here's Key Lovell from that left side. And now Gillen with the attack off the block of Bramer. And that'll bring up set point at 24-15. And this is a very, very good, very athletic Mitchell Tiger squad. As we said earlier, they've only lost 4 times. And there is a big block by Wilfred. Key Lovell able to keep it in play, though, and get it across. Mustangs staying alive. Perez able to reach out and keep that one up, but not to be that time. And it falls to the floor. Mitchell takes the first set 25-15. Well, the Mustangs made a heck of a run through the first part of it, but come up short here. But we'll step aside and be right back.
Do you have enough cash to protect you and your family in the event of an illness or injury? Do you have a safety net? This is Major Medical Insurance. We all know that it's something our family shouldn't live without. If something unfortunate happens, it helps cover most of our medical expenses, like our doctor's bills or prescriptions. But while you're focusing on getting better, who's helping with the other expenses in your life? The important things, the things your family needs and cares about.
Aflac!
Aflac helps pick up where Major Medical leaves off, and it helps cover the expenses that matter most. Aflac knows it's hard to go without cash, even for a short period of time. That's why it pays you cash quickly. You can use the cash to help with essential things like your mortgage, your groceries, or you can use it to help with unexpected costs like transportation to the doctor or childcare while you're trying to get well. Aflac offers a wide range of policies that fit most budgets. So if something like this happens, you can protect things like this and help provide your family with a safety net. Get Aflac in addition to your Major Medical and let them work together to help protect your family. Aflac, we've got you under our wing.
You won't notice any untamed acreage here, a retaining wall that needs rebuilding, or an old gnarled tree.
Not quite enough time to run that commercial. We are back to volleyball action. Both teams back out onto the floor quickly. Abbreviated break in between these two sets. On the floor for the Mustangs to start this one off. Bramer, Schultz, and Perez in the front row. Bragg, Tinsvold, and Lovell in the back row. Wilford with the free ball across. Gracie Perez pops that one up. And Callie Schultz able to bring it across. Big swing by Wilfred. And they take the 1-0 lead. She winds up and doesn't leave anything behind when she hits that ball. 1-0. And this is Victoria Schwartz with the serve. Perez sets it behind her to Bramer. And that one will result in a Mustang point on the kill for Jayla Bramer. Tied at 1. Gracie Perez back to serve. Deep serve that time by Perez. They'll go with Wilfred from the left side. And the Mustangs with the free ball. And the free ball right back to Gordon-Rushville. Perez pops it up, and Callie Schultz able to get it over. They go left side for Peters this time. Out of bounds off the Mustang block. It's 2-1. So Peters back to work on the serve. Left side they go for Tinsvold. And now Gillen with the sharp angle shot, but Callie Schultz is there. To Wilfred in the middle, off the block of Bramer. Good job that time by Jayla Bramer. Now Callie Schultz over the top of that block. And back to Gillen. Devin Tinsvold, or excuse me, that was Key Lovell with the fantastic effort that time. The Mustangs can't return it, but Key sprawled out to keep that ball alive in the back row. It is 3-1. Good serve, and that one will result in the Mitchell Tiger point. It's now 4-1, so Mitchell getting a little bit of a lead early on in this set. And an ace that time by Peters. 5-1. Mustangs played some inspired volleyball through the first 15 points of that first set, but having some trouble now. They'll set it for Callie Schultz. Good swing that time. The Mustang block got a piece of that one. Quick tip try by Perez, and that's going to result in a Mustang point. Good job, Gracie Perez. Nonchalantly flipped that one across, and that is really the key to making that shot successful, is to not tip it off by using your body language to show that you're going to go there. So here's Callie Schultz with the driving serve. Mustangs trail 5-2. Blocked at the net that time by Bramer and Tinsvold. Into the middle for Wilfred. And that is a Mustang point after the net violation by Mitchell. And the Mustangs back within 2 at 5-3. Mustangs playing hard, battling back in this second set. They trail 1-0. Here's Gillen from the left side, off of Perez for the point. Make it 6-3. Well, this is the final tune-up before sub-district play. The Mustangs in the same district with these Mitchell Tigers, as well as Shadron and Valentine. That serve into the net makes it 6-4. And now Sierra Garrett into the front row to take the place of Beth Bragg. Jayla Bramer back to serve. They'll go to Wilfred in the middle, and that one is long. She had to reach back behind her to get to that set, and the Mustangs back within 1 at 6-5. Well, Bramer to serve it again. She backs all the way up to the back wall and lets it fly. Deep serve that time. And it'll be a free ball across to the Mustangs because of that good serve. Bramer with the set. They'll go to Key Lovell, has to one-hand it across. And now Wilfred with the big swing, and that is a Mitchell Tiger point, 7-5. So the Mitchell Tigers will undoubtedly be the top seed in the sub-district at 22-4. From there, things get a little bit fuzzy. Shadron with the next best record and likely your number 2 seed at 14-20. The Mustangs able to get that one back across and stay alive. Into the middle they go this time. That one pushed across. And here's Devin Tinsvold off the block and right back. Mustangs scrambling, not going to get it done that time though. A good effort though. Shadron at 14-20, probably the 2 seed. And then Valentine with a 11-19 record and Gordon-Rushville with 9-19 record. Valentine with the tiebreaker as they did defeat the Mustangs earlier this season. And another Tiger point makes it 9-5. Well, I am having a world of trouble with my scoreboard here. There we go, 9-5. Sorry about that. And now here's Tinsvold setting it up for Garrett. Annabelle Gillen with the soft tip that time. And Mitchell extends that lead to 10-5. Mustangs trying to fight their way back into this one again. And now Kiana Wilfred to serve. Nothing fancy about that. She hauls off and wails on it, but puts that one into the net. Makes it 10-6. And now the Mustangs will make that switch. Grace Anderson comes in and she will serve along with Jacoby Knight into the front row. Peters will set it right side for Gillen. That one finds the floor, and it is now 11-6. And Gillen will step back to serve. Anderson sets it into the middle for Garrett. Over top of the blockers this time. And now here's Peterson, blocked by the Mustangs at the net. They'll go to Key level. Good attack that time by Key, and now Peters again. Garrett from the middle, off the block. They'll try Peters for the third time, blocked again. And they're gonna say that somebody was in the net for the Tigers, and the Mustangs get another one. It's 11-7. So now Key level back to serve. Mustangs within 4. We'll try the right side this time. Beth Bragg is there for the dig. And there's Callie Schultz with a nice attack. Peters blocked at the net. Sierra Garrett went up high and knocked it right back down again. It's 11-8. The Mustangs within 3. You gotta admire the fight in these girls. They have had a long season. They have learned an awful lot. But they are putting it together here tonight and playing some awfully good volleyball. Anderson sets it up. Callie Schultz, good attack that time. Anderson, that was kind of an in-between set by Grace Anderson that time. Not really to anybody in particular. Falls to the floor and it's 12-8. That'll end the Mustang run. Now coming in to serve for Mitchell will be number 9. This is Katie Cobbs. They'll go the left side this time for Schultz. And that's a kill by Jory Peters. 13-8, that lead now back to 5. Try the middle this time from Garrett, off the block. And they're gonna say that Sierra ended up in the net on that attack, 14-8. She had a good run at it. The follow through put her into the net. Cobb with an outstanding serve that time, drops it right in front of Beth Bragg. And a timeout called on the floor by Coach Kim Campbell. Second set, Mustangs trail 15-8.
Maybe you can afford leather after all. Get pre-qualified for a car loan that could save you hundreds. Let State Farm Bank run the numbers to see if our great rates might help you upgrade your new car options. Talk to Agent Bob Alcorn in Gordon. The First National Bank of Gordon is proudly celebrating over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Welcome back to school, Mustangs, and good luck this season. Ask us about our competitive student checking accounts.
All right, thank you, Berkeley. So that sub-district action will be Monday night, the 30th. Don't know what those pairings are, but it will be from Alliance, and we are planning on being there to bring that to you. It's still a tentative plan, but the plan nonetheless at this point is to be in Alliance Monday the 30th to bring you the Mustangs sub-district play, and more than likely that'll be against these Mitchell Tigers. There's a point for the Mustangs coming out of the timeout. That's how that's supposed to work. 15-9. Bragg out, Bramer in, and back to serve Sierra Garrett. They'll go right side. And returned all the way across by Grace Anderson. Misplayed on the other end. And the Mustangs now back to within 5 at 15-10. And Garrett with another serve. Gillen with the set, finds Jory Peters. They'll go to the middle for Bramer this time, blocked at the net. Bramer didn't get a lot on that. Here's Callie Schultz with the soft tip. And now Peters going off the top of the net, and the Mustang blockers. It's sent across by Schultz. Across, that one misplayed. Bramer able to slap it across. Now Peters with the soft tip, but Lovell is there, or excuse me, that's Anderson there. Knight with the attack. Anderson will set it up for Callie Schultz, tight to the net. And they give the pancake to the libero for Mitchell, able to get a hand under that. And there's the kill by Callie Schultz. She went deep with it and got it off the Mitchell Tiger attempt to dig that. Makes it 15-11, and now it's a 4-point game. Peters' attack is successful. Give her the kill, and back to a 5-point advantage for Mitchell. So back to serve is Victoria Schwartz. Here's Callie Schultz on the attack. That's going to be returned wide of the mark. 16-12. Now the Mustangs will bring Perez in for Knight. Tinsvold in for Anderson. And Gracie Perez will serve. Nearly an ace that time. Returned quickly and then blocked back at the net. Now the free ball across. Not a good set that time, and Jory Peters going to be called for the lift. 16-13, and Mitchell's going to call a timeout. 16-13, second set. Mustangs clawing their way back into this one. Well, let's tell you about a special event coming up here. Tell us all about it, Berkeley.
Come help the Gordon Memorial Hospital Foundation purchase new furniture for the residents of Countryside Care and have a great time in the process. The annual Diamonds and Denim Dinner and Auction will be held Saturday, November 4th at the Gordon American Legion. There will be a social hour at 5:30, dinner at 6:30, and an auction at 7:30. Tickets are available at the Rushville Clinic, Gordon Memorial Hospital, and the Gordon Chamber of Commerce, or at the door.
Hey, Berkeley, well, that doesn't work. Trying to figure out why we're having troubles here with Berkeley only coming out of one side. Well, now we're doing that on, well, all right, we've got all kinds of problems. Let's go back to game action here, trying to figure this out, trying to adjust our sound. And that is a 2-hit violation on the Mustangs and a point for the Mitchell Tigers. Always trying to get our sound figured out just right, and I think it was just on that one ad there. So here is Jory Peters with the serve. Couple of Mustangs battling for it. And now Gillen from that left side. Big swing right to the floor for Annabelle Gillen, 18-13. So 2 quick points out of that timeout. That was a deep serve out of the rafters as Beth Bragg got a little more on it than she wanted. And it's 19-13. This equals the biggest lead of the set for the Mitchell Tigers. Jory Peters puts it into play. That is a long pass right up to the net. Kiana Wilfred knows exactly what to do with that. Slams it right to the floor. It's 20-13. So Beth Bragg will pop it up, and Jayla Bramer sends the free one across. Into the middle for Wilfred. Big swing down to the floor, and a Mitchell Tiger point. 21-13. You can't get up high enough at the net to block Wilfred, and you certainly don't want to be on the receiving end of one of those attacks. There are quick hands by Gracie Perez, but not able to keep it in play, and it's 22-13. So now Jacoby Belsky will come into the game for Key Level. So Belsky will come into the back row, and we got a timeout called. 22-13. The Mitchell Tigers on a run here in the second set.
The Italian Inn in Gordon serves up delicious burgers and steaks, as well as great Italian food and much more in a friendly hometown atmosphere. Open for lunch and dinner, the Italian Inn is located at 200 North Main Street in Gordon. Come see the pros at Napa Auto Parts in Gordon for all of your automotive parts and service needs. They're open from 7 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 7 to 12:30 on Saturdays at the corner of 1st and Main in Gordon. Come bank with the best. Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy our welcoming atmosphere. The coffee pot's always on.
22-13, the Mustangs trail in the second set. Best of 3 series in this triangular, so the Mustangs have to get it done here if they want to stay alive. Jory Peters with the serve. Belsky with the dig, but nobody came to the rescue after she got it up into the air. 23-13. Peters sends it to Belsky again. The Mustangs able to recover. And here's Callie Schultz with that deep corner shot. Annabelle Gillen on the attack. Quick tip try by Perez. Wilfred in the middle, but Bragg is there. They'll go right side for Tinsvold. Sharp angle to get it around the antenna that time. Wilfred in the middle. That one's off of Belsky to the back wall. And now Mitchell 1 point away from taking the match. 24-13. And hand it to these Mitchell Tigers. They are a athletic, well-coached bunch. And that will do it as the Mitchell Tigers take the match by scores of 25-15 and 25-13. We saw some outstanding volleyball by the Mustangs, some of the best we've seen all season long. We saw it 2 years ago when we broadcast from down here. Mustangs nearly upset a very good Mitchell Tiger team and then came back to take down the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the second match. We hope they can repeat that again here this evening. So we'll take a quick break here. The Mustangs are going to stay on the court as they will get ready to square off against the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the second match of this triangular here from Mitchell. So Mitchell takes the first match, 2-0. Thanks for joining us. Step back and relax for just a little bit. We'll have a 16-minute warm-up period after we get things kind of settled here. So we're probably safe to say a good 20 minutes away from the start of the next match between the Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Thank you for joining us here on Sheridan County JournalStar.net. As Berkeley just made our, there we go. We are okay. Thanks for joining us. We'll step aside for a word from some of our fantastic sponsors.
I was just going to change the scoreboard.
With the dawn of every new day come countless new demands. At New Holland, we know the value of reliable planting. That's why our P-Series air carts and drills give you precise control over your seeding, increasing accuracy and yield. When it comes time to harvest, the CR Series Combine offers superior quality, minimal grain loss, and increased visibility. Challenges will vary from day to day, but your answers to them won't. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
A mess.
All right, we are struggling mightily here with our broadcast software. We're going to get things kind of figured out eventually. So we're going to mute this sound for just a little bit as we get ready for the Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the next match. So just under 12 minutes left to go in the pregame warm-ups before we get ready for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the second match of the triangular here this afternoon. The Mustangs with a spirited effort in that first match against the against the Mitchell Tigers. And speaking briefly with Coach Campbell between matches, she was very, very happy with the way that her team had played in that first match against an obviously outstanding Mitchell Tiger team. So really excited, very happy about the way that this Mustang team played in those first two sets. They get ready now to face off against another very good team, the Bridgeport Bulldogs, with a record of 20-8. Well, let's take a look at their starters. Number 3, Brittany Newkirk. Number 4 is Emily Baxter. Number 5 is Brittany Nelson. Number 6 is Caitlin 9. Number 7 is the libero, that is Macy Miller. And number 11, Kyler Watts. Finally, number 24, Caitlin Mormon. Starters for the Mustangs in this second match of the day, same as in the first. It'll be Jayla Bramer, Callie Schultz, Sierra Garrett, Key Lovell, Devin Tinsvold, Beth Bragg at the libero, and Gracie Perez starting at the setter position for the Mustangs. 10.5 minutes left to go before we get this one underway. Thanks for joining us here from Mitchell this afternoon.
When the field is your office, you never get tired of going to work. Cut, rake, bale, repeat. New Holland offers the power and versatility to get through the day. From small squares to large squares and everything in between, New Holland has you covered. Visit your local dealer today to find out more. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Oh, come on, Clint. Don't do stupid things, Clint. I pushed the wrong button. Sorry, folks, trying to get things squared away here. We're going to mute the sound for just a little bit as we get ready for more volleyball action. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the break before we get ready for the Mustangs and the Bulldogs.
Do you have enough cash to protect you and your family in the event of an illness or injury? Do you have a safety net? This is major medical insurance. We all know that it's something our family shouldn't live without. If something unfortunate happens, it helps cover most of our medical expenses like our doctor's bills or prescriptions. But while you're focusing on getting better, who's helping with the other expenses in your life? The important things, the things your family needs and cares about.
Aflac!
Aflac helps pick up where major medical leaves off, and it helps cover the expenses that matter most. Aflac knows it's hard to go without cash, even for a short period of time. That's why it pays you cash quickly. You can use the cash to help with essential things like your mortgage, your groceries, or you can use it to help with unexpected costs like transportation to the doctor or childcare while you're trying to get well. Aflac offers a wide range of policies that fit most budgets. So if something like this happens, you can protect things like this and help provide your family with a safety net. Get Aflac in addition to your major medical and let them work together to help protect your family. Aflac, we've got you under our wing.
So we are just about ready to go here. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the warm-ups as the Mustangs get ready to take on another outstanding squad, this time the Bridgeport Bulldogs at 20 wins and 8 losses. Those starters one more time in case you missed them earlier. For the Bridgeport Bulldogs, number 3 is Brittany Newkirk. Number 4, Emily Baxter. Number 5, Brittany Nelson. Number 6 is Caitlin 9. Number 7 is the libero, that is Macy Miller. Number 11, Kyler Watts. And number 24 is Caitlin Mormon. For the Mustangs, it'll be number 1, Jayla Bramer. Number 4, Callie Schultz. Number 5, Sierra Garrett. Number 6, Key Lovell. Number 7, Devin Tinsvold. Number 16 is the libero, Beth Bragg. And number 17, Gracie Perez. We'll step aside one last time as we get ready for volleyball action here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
You won't notice any untamed acreage here, a retaining wall that needs rebuilding, or an old gnarled tree stump in the middle of a field. Why? Because it's already been taken care of. That's why. New Holland has the power and versatility to create whatever world you imagine. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on any compact tractor at your local New Holland dealer. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
So we are just about ready to get things underway here. Looks like no introductions again. We are ready to get things going. The two teams approach the net for that show of sportsmanship before we get things underway. The Mustangs played an outstanding match against the Mitchell Tigers. They're going to hope to repeat that performance and take it all the way to the end this time. Gracie Perez ready to serve for the Mustangs to start things off. Scoreboard is correct this time, and we are ready to go. Gracie Perez puts it into play, and we go to work. Out of the middle this time is number 5, Brittany Nelson, with the kill to put Bridgeport up 1-0. Go back to serve is Brittany Newkirk. Perez pops it up in the middle for Bramer. A little tight to the net. And Bramer not able to convert that one. It's 2-0. Newkirk back to serve again. Devin Tinsvold sends that one beyond the end line. And not the start the Mustangs had hoped for here. They trail it.
They said somebody was in the net.
Somebody was in the net. Thank you, Berkeley. So that's a little better start. Saw it out of bounds, didn't see the violation. Good serve that time by Callie Schultz to start things off. Soft tip. Mustangs keep it alive, and then miscommunication. Strikes again, 3-1. Bridgeport in front. And now Nelson back to serve for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. Gracie Perez tried to set that serve. Here's Key Level on the quick attack this time. They'll come back to Baxter. This is Key Level on the attack. And now they'll try that middle for Nelson, and that one works again. Brittany Nelson drops another one home. It's 4-1. Brittany Nelson back to serve. Perez with a good set into the middle for Bramer this time. Goes long with it, and a little bit too long again beyond the end line. So a couple of hitting errors on the Mustangs in the early going. They trail it 5-1. And this will be another free ball. No, it will not, as Level not able to get it across. And a quick timeout called by Coach Campbell saying, hey, where did that team go that started out the first match against the Mitchell Tigers?
Maybe you can't afford leather after all. Get pre-qualified for a car loan that could save you hundreds. Let State Farm Bank run the numbers to see if our great rates might help you upgrade your new car options. Talk to Bob Alcorn in Gordon. First National Bank of Gordon is proudly celebrating over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Welcome back to school, Mustangs, and good luck this season. Ask us about our competitive student checking accounts. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon.
So the Mustangs in a 5-point hole early on here. They trail it 6-1. And Brittany Nelson back to serve. Get it to Key Level. Over the block she goes. And a free ball across to Gordon-Rushville. They'll try to set the offense here. Back set for Tinsvold. And now Baxter back the other way. Finds the sideline. There was a touch. Either way, it's a point for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. They lead it 7-1. Perez with a good set this time for Level. Softly over top of the blockers. And Level again. This will be Baxter with a big swing. And no indication from the line judge, but they're going to say that it was a Bridgeport Bulldog point. 8-1. Another good serve that time. Bramer able to keep it alive and get it across the net. Softly tipped, but blocked at the net by Level that time. Key Level got up and knocked that one back to the Bridgeport side. 8-2. And now Jayla Bramer to serve. Into the middle for Baxter. Off the block. That one won't be returned. Callie Schultz with a great effort that time, but it is 9-2. So the Mustangs are struggling early against Bridgeport. Now we've got a substitution as Bernice Meyer comes into the game for the Bulldogs. They'll go left side. This is Garrett with a good swing Soft tip, but Mustangs are ready for it. There's Perez heading it to the deep corner, but saved somehow by the Bulldogs. Great defense that time. And now Key Lovell puts it right back across. And that's a miss hit that time by Caitlin 9. And it's 9-3. Now the Mustangs will swap them out. Here's Jacoby Knight into the front row. Grace Anderson in to serve. Tinsvold and Perez to the bench. They'll go the right side for Baxter this time. That one is just out, and a point for the Mustangs. Mustangs back within 5. Anderson to serve. They need to run to get back into this a little bit. They'll try the middle this time for 9. Timing was off that time for the Mustangs. That one kept alive by Callie Schultz, and then Beth Bragg free balls it across. Here's 9 again, but into the net, and another Mustang point. Garrett was up there big at the net. Not sure the ball got to her. 9-5. Mustangs back within 4. They'll try the middle and the soft tip by 9. Anderson with a tip to the deep corner. Baxter, but Bragg is there, and one of the Mustangs is in the net. And now Emily Baxter back to serve for the Bulldogs. They lead at 10-5. Good looking jump serve that time by Baxter. Very effective. Free ball across. Bridgeport trying to go quickly here. That one smashed into the net for a Mustang point to make it 10-6. And now Lovell back to serve. They'll try that left side. Sharp angle shot and well placed by Brittany Newkirk. 11-6. Caitlin 9 to serve. This is Callie Schultz on the attack. A little too much that time. Beyond the end line, 12-6. And that is an ace serve for 9. Makes it 13-6. So Bridgeport's got the Mustangs on the run here early. 7-point advantage. They'll try Knight this time. Got just a little bit of the block. Newkirk with the attack and the kill. (14-6). Caitlin 9 with another serve. Garrett with the free ball across. Into the middle they go this time for Nelson. The touch by the Mustangs makes it 15-6. And the Mustangs are going to call their second timeout of the match. 9-point advantage for the Bridgeport Bulldogs here in the first set.
Hin's Home Furnishings offers a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and much more. Even if you don't see it, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery.
Hey, Berkeley, before you go on, why don't you tell us about the haunted house?
So each year for a fundraiser for the junior class, we sponsor a haunted house. That's going to be held this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Clint, I expect you to be there.
I will be there.
And on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, it's from 7 to 9. And then Saturday, it's 7 to 11 with a lights on tour from 7 to 8.
Where's the fun in that?
That's what I'd go to. I don't deal with scary stuff very well.
So Berkeley, of course, is a big part of that junior class fundraiser, the Haunted House in Rushville, and that is just south of Highway 20 on Main Street, just about a half a block, right?
Yes. It's in a big greenhouse. It's got blood all over the side. You can't miss it.
Easy to find. We hope you'll all go and take that in as part of the Halloween festivities. So there is a serve well beyond the end line by 9. 9 wearing the number 6. That doesn't ever make sense to me. As Beth Bragg heads to the bench, Jayla Bramer into the front row. And Sierra Garrett with the serve. The Mustangs trail by 8. Emily Baxter sends it over. And the Mustangs go to work. Here's Callie Schultz. Long attack that time. And now Newkirk back the other way. Into the middle for Bramer. Just clears the blockers, but 9 is there to dig it out. Across to the Mustangs. And they're going to recover. The set to the left side for Schultz, and that one again, just a little bit long. Callie Schultz has to jump a long way up in order to get an angle to bring that ball down to the ground, especially the closer she gets to the net. The result is sometimes that ball ends up going a little bit high. Here's Schultz again. Good swing that time, kind of an off-speed attack. That one in the net for a Mustang point. 16-8. And now the Mustangs will make that substitution change, as we'll have Gracie Perez in for Jacoby Knight and Devin Tinsvold into the front row in the place of Grace Anderson. Gracie Perez ready to serve it up. They'll go left side for Newkirk. Mustang block was a little late getting there, and that one's out of bounds. 17-8. So Newkirk back to serve. All the way from that far back wall. So we'll try the left side with Tinsvold. Her attack is deep. So the Mustangs really struggling. They played almost flawless volleyball the first half of both of those first 2 sets against Mitchell, but making some unforced errors in this set. And there is an ace serve. Unforced errors really the undoing of the Mustangs in this set here against the Bridgeport Bulldogs. They trail at 19-8. And Bridgeport really on cruise control at the moment. Perez into the middle for Bramer. That attack is long. The Mustangs have lost a little bit of focus here. They're out of timeouts. They're just going to have to ride this out. Newkirk's serve is in the net, and that'll help. 20-9. Callie Schultz back to serve. They'll try Baxter in the middle. That's off the block of Bramer and out of bounds. A one-on-one matchup that time, and Baxter wins it. And now Nelson back to serve. And here is Key Lovell. Well placed that time for Key. She went soft with it. Tooled the block and got the point. 21-10. Jayla Bramer's serve attempt is in the net, and it's 22-10. Again, Bridgeport subs. Bernice Meyer comes in place of Caitlin Moorman. So this is Kyler Watts serving it up. And here's Sierra Garrett with a big attack that time off of Nelson. And Nelson able to keep it alive, and Bridgeport gets it back across. Here's the right side for Tinsvold. Good attack that time by Devin Tinsvold. We're going to say that one did hit the floor. Give Devin another kill. 22-11. Now the Mustangs will rotate back out again. Knight into the front row. Grace Anderson back to serve. Late in the first set. 22-11. The They'll go the middle this time for 9. And here's Key Level. Well placed to the deep corner. Key with another good shot. That's kills on successive attacks for Key Level. And it's 22-12. A lot of open space, as you can see on your screen behind the benches. When that ball clears the bench, it goes all the way to the back wall. It takes a while to bring it back. Now we're ready for play. Grace Anderson with another serve. This one down the line this time. They'll go right side for Baxter, but Bragg is there to dig it out. Key Level on the quick attack and right on the line. 3 in a row for Key Level. She's having a good later part of this first set. 3 consecutive kills for Key Level. She's got the hot hand over on that left side. 22-13. They'll try the middle for 9 this time. And the free ball sets up the Bridgeport Bulldogs. 9 in the middle, and the lift is going to be called on Gordon-Rushville. 23-13, Baxter to serve. The left side for Jacoby Knight. Got way underneath of that one, and that'll bring up set point at 24-13. Emily Baxter back to serve. That one's in the net. 24-14. Key Level to serve. Left side they go for Newkirk. Level with the dig. That one marginally caught the rafter, changed the trajectory just enough that it was unplayable for Anderson. And the first set comes to an end. Bridgeport leads this one 25, or wins this one 25-14.
With the dawn of every new day come countless new demands. At New Holland, we know the value of reliable planting. That's why our P-Series air carts and drills give you precise control over your seeding, increasing accuracy and yield. When it comes time to harvest, the CR Series Combine offers superior quality, minimal grain loss, and increased visibility. Challenges will vary from day to day, but your answers to them won't. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Berkeley, let's tell them again about the Diamonds and Denim event that's going to be going on soon.
Come to the Gordon Memorial Hospital Foundation. What? Oh. We're going to just start over.
Try that again.
What? Come help the Gordon Memorial Hospital Foundation purchase new furniture for the residents of Countryside Care and have a great time in the process. The annual Diamonds and Denim Dinner and Auction will be held Saturday, November 4th at the Gordon American Legion. There will be a social hour at 5:30, dinner at 6:30, and an auction at 7:30. Tickets are available at the Rushville Clinic, Gordon Memorial Hospital, and the Gordon Chamber of Commerce, or at the door.
Thank you, Berkeley. We are just about ready for the second set. Best of 3 in this triangular format. The Mustangs need to win this one to stay alive. On the floor, the starting lineup for the Mustangs in this second set: Perez, Schultz, and Bramer. And in the back row, Knight, Lovell, and Garrett, now being replaced by Beth Bragg. Bridgeport will have the serve to start things off. Brittany Newkirk in that white headband, ready to get this one underway. The Mustangs trail 1-0. And ready to go to work. They go to the middle this time for Bramer. And that one is long. The Mustangs picking up where they left off, unfortunately, with those unforced errors. The hitting error gives Bridgeport the 1-0 lead. A free ball across by Bramer this time, very close to the sideline, but played by Bridgeport. Into the middle for Nelson, and well placed on the back line for a 2-0 lead. They'll try the middle with Bramer. Clears the block. And this is Newkirk. Well played by Bragg. And now Knight with the free ball across. They try the middle with Baxter this time. And right back to Bridgeport. This is Nelson, but dug out again by Bragg. The tip try by Bramer is effective. Give her the kill and a 2-1. Bulldog advantage. Back to serve, Gracie Perez. They'll go to the right side this time, as that was Nelson on the attack. Now this will be Baxter off the block and down. So Nelson back to serve, and Bridgeport leads it 3-1. Another good serve this time. Right side for Callie Schultz through the block. Contacts the ceiling, changes the trajectory, and the Mustangs back within one. It doesn't take much to change the flight of the ball. So here's Callie Schultz. High set this time. Baxter with the quick one to the floor. And that was a no-doubter, 4-2. So now back to serve Kyler Watts. So Watts is the setter for these Bridgeport Bulldogs. Drops that one in nicely. Back across to the Mustangs. They'll try Key Lovell. 9 with the big attack that time. Out of the rafters for the Mustangs. They're going to be able to keep it alive, and Beth Bragg gets it across. Off-speed attack that time. Just falls in for the Bridgeport point, as that was Meyer on the attack. It makes it 5-2. Not sure if that was intentional or if she just barely got enough of it to get it over. And that serve is in the net, and it's 5-3. So Jayla Bramer back to serve. Well, that's a good one for Bramer. Watts had to go a long way to get to that pass. Watts will set it up. This is Meyer again. She got all of that one off the back wall. And Bridgeport point. That makes it 6-3. So Emily Baxter back to serve with a 3-point lead for Bridgeport. Quick set that time by Perez. Caught Bridgeport unaware, and a rare unforced error on Bridgeport. 6-4 now. Tinsvold back into the front row, and Grace Anderson in to serve. They'll go to the left side for Newkirk this time. Threads the needle with that one, and gets the kill at 7-4. Caitlin 9 back to serve. And that one in the net. So the Mustangs are hanging around. They only trail by 2. And now Key Lovell back to serve. The Mustangs certainly not playing at the level they were against Mitchell. And that one is in the net by Meyer. And now it's a 1-point game at 7-6. The Mustangs with an opportunity here to tie this one up in the second set. They'll go the right side for Newkirk this time, just inside the line for Newkirk on the attack. It's now 8-6. Now Belsky comes in, and Lovell will get a breather. Belsky into that back row. And now we've got a new server in. This is Jocelyn Pohl in to serve for Bridgeport. A good serve that time. Sierra Garrett from the middle, and that one just a little bit too long. 9-6. Pohl to serve again. That one catches the top of the net. Mustangs able to dig it out. And got a good attack out of it. Here's Nelson, blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Big block put up by the Mustangs that time. But the ball sails wide, and it's 10-6. Not a good pass that time by Bragg on the serve received. 11-6. The Mustangs had a chance to tie it up. And now it's a 5-point advantage. Here's a big swing by Garrett. Anderson is there, but then put right back down by the Bulldogs. It's 12-6. It's been 5 straight points for the Bridgeport Bulldogs. And that one sails wide. And another Bulldog point. It's 13-6. And coach going to call her second time out of the set with 13-6 in the second set.
Check out the great selection of sale items now at Hins Clothing in Gordon. They also have a great selection of sportswear, casual wear, jeans, shoes, and much more. Come to Hins Clothing Center at 208 North Main in Gordon. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. The Italian Inn in Gordon serves up delicious burgers and steaks, as well as great Italian food and much more in a friendly hometown atmosphere. Open for lunch and dinner, the Italian Inn is located at 200 North Main Street in Gordon.
So sub-district play starts next Monday. Gordon-Rushville in the district with Shadron, Mitchell, and Valentine. Mitchell will be the #1 seed. Mustangs most likely will be the 4 seed. That means they'll meet in that opening round game. That'll be Monday from Alliance on October 30th. In the middle this time for Garrett. Now here's a big attack by Newkirk. And a kill. Makes it 14-6. Good serve that time. They go right back to Callie Schultz, the kill. Off the block of Nelson and down for the Mustang point. Bramer into the front row. Sierra Garrett back to serve. Mustangs trail 14-7 in the second set. That one is an ace as 9 tried to set that, backing up, lost her footing. It's 14-8. That serve got on Caitlin 9 in a hurry. Garrett will try one down the sideline this time. Into the middle they go for Nelson, softly over the top of the block. Finds the hole in the middle of the Mustang defense, 15-8. Newkirk with the serve. And the free ball across by Schultz. This is Baxter off of Belsky for another kill, 16-8. And in the background, you can see the Mitchell Tigers as they begin their warm-ups, as they'll be taking on the Bridgeport Bulldogs in the finale after this one is done. This will be Bramer, softly hit over the top, and now Nelson. Bragg with a nice dig. Callie Schultz with a high pop over the top of the net. Into the middle for Nelson, through the block and down. 17-8. Newkirk's serve, dug out by Callie Schultz up into the rafters, but well adjusted that time. And then the kill, out of bounds, and the point for the Mustangs. 19-7. Perez in for Tinsvold. Knight comes in for Anderson. And Gracie Perez to serve. Go to the right side this time for Nelson. And that one put down with authority by Brittany Nelson. 18-9. And now we've got a substitution as Cassie Leathead will come in for Caitlin Nine. Nelson with the deep serve that time. The free ball by the Mustangs. Into the middle for Leadhead. The floating attack gets the kill. 19-9. Able to just clear the Mustang block and drop it in. Belsky with the nice dig that time. And then the free ball across. There's Baxter on the attack. Belsky with the dig. And the Mustangs just trying to survive here, as that's another free ball. That one tipped, though, by Bramer, I believe it was, for the kill. 19-10. Nelson out, and now the libero into the game for, I think, maybe the first time, Macy Miller, wearing that purple libero jersey for Bridgeport. Callie Schultz to serve. Baxter with a soft tip, sharp angle, and well done. 20-10. And another substitution now as Pohl comes out, and into the game comes Evie Loomis-Godel. Soft tip try as Perez, not a whole lot she could do with that. Tried to flip it over the net, couldn't quite get it there. So Watts, now we got a timeout called on the floor. 21-10, timeout on the floor. And Berkeley also want to take this opportunity. Tell us about the one-act play, the public performance. Do you remember when the date is on that?
The public performance is November 20th. It will be in Gordon. I don't know a time yet.
Okay. And is that at the auditorium, at the city auditoriums where you do that at?
Yes.
So November 20th, that certainly encourage everyone to take in that public performance of the Gordon-Rushville one-act play. Always very, very, very competitive at the district and state level. And this one will be no different. It'll be a fantastic performance. We encourage you to come out and see Berkeley and all the rest of the cast in the Balkan Women. November 20th at the Gordon City Auditorium. Back to volleyball action. Watts with the serve this time. Level with the dig. They'll go right back to Key Level on the attack. This is Loomis-Godel on the attack this time. Flipped across by the Mustangs. Good defense. Emily Baxter. And that one off of Callie Schultz and out of play to make it 22-10. So the Mustangs have seen some fantastic competition here this afternoon. There's a big swing by Jayla Bramer. Nicely done. Jayla Bramer went up and got that one. And now she'll step back to serve. try the left side. Now here's Key Level. Drops that one in, but the libero is there. Into the middle for Leadhead this time. Now quickly back to Garrett. Mustangs trying to go quick. Bulldogs go even quicker. The tip try brings it home for the Bulldogs. It is 23-11. Great serve that time. Key Level on the attack. And here's Newkirk. Off of Schultz and down to the floor. And this will be match point. Again, the Mustangs head to sub-district play next Monday, the 30th from Alliance. We tentatively plan to be there. We hope you'll join us. The overpass that time. Mustangs able to stay alive. Here's Sierra Garrett on the attack. The free ball sent all the way across and out of bounds. And the Mustangs will get another try. 24-12. Tinsvold into the front row. Grace Anderson in to serve and play setter. 24-12, match point again. We'll try that right side, softly set across. Anderson sets it in the middle for Garrett. Big swing by Sierra Garrett down to the floor. Well played that time, 24-13. The Mustangs with a couple of really good swings in the last few rallies here. That one right to the Mustangs, but one of the Bulldogs in the net. And the Mustangs are going to get every bit they can out of this, 24-14. Soft serve that time. This is trouble right up to the net, and it's going to come down on the Bulldogs side. One of those hard to judge. And it's 24-15. We've seen the Mustangs mount some unbelievable comebacks this season, but this would be the best, but that'll be the end of it there. As the second set ends 25-15. Bridgeport takes the match 25-14, 25-15. Folks, thanks very much for joining us this season for Mustang Volleyball. It's been a whole lot of fun, and we certainly hope that we can arrange to bring you that district game on Monday night from Alliance. The Mustangs fall in straight sets here this afternoon to the Bridgeport Bulldogs 25-14, 25-15. They fell earlier to the Mitchell Tigers 25-15 and 25-13. Thanks very much for joining us. Say thanks to sponsors of tonight's action. We look forward to seeing you during basketball season. For Berkeley Hague, I'm Clint Anderson, and everyone at the Sheridan County Journal-Star, thanks so much for joining us.